gonna sound crazy, but you can actually use the OCD thoughts and feelings in order to overcome the OCD itself. I had OCD for 14 years until I learned this, and then I beat it for good. ERP and traditional treatments say that in order to beat OCD, you just have to accept it, right? Accept the uncertainty, accept the awful thoughts and feelings, let them do what they want. That is not the case. You do not have to do that to heal. Instead, there is a much better and more empowering way to do it. The thing to understand is you've never actually suffered from OCD thoughts or feelings, because instead you've actually suffered from the meaning that you've given to the thoughts and feelings. When you have that awful, worried, what if thought, it's just a sentence in your brain. When you have that awful, anxious feeling, it's just chemical going through your body. Those things themselves can't make you suffer. But when you give them the meaning of, because I'm thinking and feeling this way, it means this awful thing is true, or it means I'm going to be stuck in this terrible thought and feeling forever, that's what makes you suffer. What if you could actually change the meaning of the thoughts and feelings? So instead of them being this terrible, awful thing that you have to accept or that you're trying to get rid of, instead, what if you could actually turn them into something that's neutral or something that supports you? And that way, the thoughts and feelings are no longer a scary thing. It takes all their power away. So an example of this is understanding that OCD happens when your brain views something as such an awful danger that's why it always tries to convince you of it, so you can make sure you protect yourself. If you have harm OCD, it just shows that you are so against harming people. That is the last thing you'll ever do. It's the thing you view as the worst danger in the world. That's why your brain's trying to convince you of it, so that you always make sure you protect yourself from doing it. If you have the harm OCD thoughts and feelings, you can just go, oh, thank you so much, brain, for reminding me of how much I love these people and will never harm them. So go ahead, trigger this all day, because I can be reminded of how much I love these people and will never harm them. I can be reminded of that all day. I don't care. Or if you have relationship OCD about all the reasons your relationship's gonna fail, you can be like, good, thank you for reminding me how much I love and care about this relationship and want it to succeed. You can play the Uno reverse and actually view the OCD thoughts and feelings as the reason why they aren't true, as the reason why the opposite is true. And that way you can welcome them, because they're no longer an awful thing. They're actually a thing that makes your life better.